Hello and welcome to today's analysis of Microstrategy. It has been some time. So what I'm going to do today is look at this 10 criteria to analyze stock, go through them one by one on Microstrategy and see what we can learn from it and whether it's a good time to buy or whether the stock is healthy or not. So the first thing we want to look at about Microstrategy is the stock in an uptrend. So the stock has been in an uptrend since around it was consolidating sideways, breakout, it was in an uptrend till around here, and right now it is like in a downtrend at the moment. Now this is very important because you want to be buying stocks when they are in an uptrend and not when it is sideways or downtrend. So going back to the first question here, is the stock in an uptrend? No. So you have to be very careful about it right now. Number two, is the stock in a long-term uptrend? To do that, we go to the weekly chart, all right, and we can see that, well, the stock definitely is in a weekly uptrend, moving from lower left to upper right. It has broke out from here, still in an uptrend despite the long tail here. It has not dropped below here and start moving down. So definitely we are in short-term weakness in long-term strength. So we want to see where we can buy the stock because it is still in a long-term uptrend. Now, third thing is the stock above the rising 200 MA. This is a daily 200 MA. So don't worry about criteria. I'll list them in the description below later. Let's go back to the daily chart. Is the stock above the rising 200 MA? Yes, this is the 200 MA and the stock is above the rising 200 MA. And usually what happens is if you see if a stock is above the rising 200 MA, the odds of it going up in the future is very good. Despite all this big movement, it was still above the 200 MA, this yellow line here, and it continued to rise. So there is a possibility that it might stop selling off and then going back up again. Right, now, fourth question, is the stock above the rising 20 MA, 50 MA, and 200 MA? So the 200 MA is a long-term gauge of where the stock is going. 50 MA is a medium-term gauge, and the 20 MA is a short-term gauge. So if the stock is above the rising 20 MA, 50 MA, and 200 MA, that means it is a very powerful stock in a power uptrend, just like at this stage here where it broke out. The red line is the 20 MA, this is the 50 MA, and this is the 200 MA. So when the stock was above the rising 20, 50, and 200, look how it went from about 200 to 500. Now at this moment, we can see that it is below the 20 MA and 50 MA, and the 20 MA is curving down while the 50 MA and 200 MA is rising. This tells us this short-term weakness on mid-term and long-term strength. So the ideal time to enter is when all three of them are rising. Look how nice the stock rose from about 180 something to 531 or a bit more. So when it comes to trading or holding a stock, you want to be holding it when if you're trading short-term trading or mid-term trading, you want to be holding it, buying the stock when it's really, really strong, because you want to, the moment you buy it, you want to make money in a few weeks to a few months' time. So, fifth question, are there any resistance overhead? Well, it has broken below this consolidation. So let me just point to you the resistance area so that you can see. Now, support and resistance is very, very important because that is where it might make the stock stop rising. So this was a consolidation. There was a large red candle here. Bearish engulfing pattern because it went up too fast too much. And when you see a large red candle on heavy volume, that means sellers are coming in and things might not look so good for the stock in the short term. And true enough, it just traded sideways and dropped below this consolidation. And this consolidation here, because there was a breakdown, it acts now as a resistance area. So it's not going to be easy for the stock to, just bounce up and shoot up. And it needs to maybe trade sideways a bit or more correction to absorb the supply here before going up. So when you look at resistance over here, it kind of gives you a realistic expectation of what the stock might do in the future. Are there any important support areas below? So we have a short-term support here at this previous low. So if it drops to here, you might want to see if there's a double bottom. There is a minor support around here, right? It has broken below the 50 MA psychological support, but you can see there's a 200 MA support as well. And you can see this stock has been finding support at many times at the 200 MA. And if you have bought while it was near there, you see around here, and let's just go back a bit. All right, even here, back when it was near the 200 MA, it kind of finds support, and it's a good time to invest in the stock when it's near the 200 MA. So there are a few short-term supports here for you to look at, but an important one is 200 MA, which is still far, and you want to look at the weekly chart. Definitely a very important price support is here. So if stock drops to this area, right, it might be a good time to purchase a stock around here as well, but you must find a bottoming pattern, and you must see if Bitcoin has a reversal pattern or support area as well. So number 7, are there any bullish continuation pattern? You must look at number 8 as well. Are there any bullish reversal pattern? When you want to enter the stock, you must always ask, are there any continuation pattern of it, or if it's at support area, are there any bullish reversal pattern? So definitely right now we are already in correction. We are not in a continuation pattern. A continuation pattern is here where it has kind of like a flaggish pattern, and then it broke out of this flag, and there's a continuation pattern which you can play by buying when it broke above the highs here and boom, all the way up. So if you are looking for a bullish trade or bullish investment idea, you must find a reversal pattern. This might be a reverse head and shoulders. I don't know. It has not formed yet, but let me just draw it so that you can see. All right. Okay. It's a bit difficult. All right. This will be the left shoulder, and then the right, the head, and then possibly the right shoulder might be forming. I just say possible because it has not stopped dropping yet. Okay, so if that happens, you might want to see if you can break above the neck here, and that will be your buy setup, right? Then number 9, is the stock overextended to the upside? Well, that is a question you need to ask when it was here, because if a stock goes too far away from the 200 MA, like here it breaks out almost like parabolic. Can you see, even if you go back, even if you don't know how to read charts, if you see 200 and going up to 500, that's like more than 100% return in less than 3 months. You should be a bit cautious, because stocks don't go up all the way. Sometimes they do make 300-400% in a short time, but very rarely does it go on and on more than 100-200% in a short time. So there was a question to ask, and when it was here, if you are trading, holding a stock, you should be asking if is it overextended? All right. So we want to ask ourselves now: is the stock consolidating as well? At this moment, I don't think it's it's kind of like a break below this consolidation, and it's trying to find a bottom. I would say it's not consolidating. Consolidating is where you see, like, it's consolidating sideways and then breakout. You buy the breakout. Now it's trying to bottom. So we go back to the number 8 question. So I hope this answers what you can expect from the stock to help you to be realistic. You don't need to be buying the stock all the time, but you need to look at it at technical analysis point of view. When the odds are in your favor, you buy it. So I hope this helps you. If this helps you, please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.